Hi everyone. As we have discussed about introduction of fractions, now we are going to discuss about operations on fraction. This is the continuation video for introduction of fractions. As we all know the operations on fractions, as we have an idea related to operations on numbers like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So all these operation will have for fractions also. So what happens in these addition, subtraction, multiplication, division operations in fractions? So let's see that. So coming to the first operation, addition and subtraction. As we have the types of fractions like fractions, unlike fractions, because these two fractions plays a important role in the operations of fractions. So while doing addition or subtraction, we need to just observe one thing, whether the given fractions are like fractions or not. So let's discuss how to do the addition and subtraction for like fraction. In both the cases, it's same. Okay, only the plus sign for addition and the minus is for subtraction. So what do we do when they give a like fraction? So first thing, as we know, the like fraction is nothing but the denominators of the fraction should be same. The denominators of the fraction should be same. If you look at the example given here, okay, if you look at the example given here, 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5. Okay, as we can see clearly that both the fractions are like fractions. Okay, 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5. As the denominators are same in both the fractions, so that they are like fractions. So how do we do this addition or subtraction in like fractions? So simply whenever the denominators are same, simply add up the numerators. Okay, so whenever you want to do addition or subtraction for a like fractions, if it's an addition, add the numerators. If it's a subtraction, subtract the numerators. Okay, so here the numerators are what? 1 and 2. That's why we are doing additions here. So 1 plus 2 becomes 3. Now write the denominator as it is. So what happens? 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 becomes 3 by 5. Because I just simply added numerators. 1 plus 2 becomes 3. That's why we got the answer as 3 by 5. Okay. Let's see how to do for a subtraction here. Okay, subtraction or addition, whatever. So I want to do subtraction for 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5. Okay, 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5. As I told you, as there are like fractions here, write the denominator as it is and subtract simply the numerator. So 3 minus 2 becomes 1 by 5. So this is the way we do subtraction also. The same process what we did for addition. Over there it's plus, over here it's minus. Nothing other than that. Okay. So if for a like fractions, the addition and subtraction is quite simple. Just write the denominator as it is and do either the plus for the numerator or minus for the denominator as it's given. Okay. According to addition or subtraction. Now what if they ask to find the addition or subtraction operation for unlike fractions? For unlike fraction, let's see that also. So whenever they gave or they asked to do addition or subtraction for unlike fractions, what do we need to do means first try to make the fractions into like fraction. The first step you need to do is convert the unlike fractions to like fraction. So what is the process of converting unlike fraction to like fraction means? First step you need to do is take out LCM. Take out LCM of the denominators. Okay, as the given question is containing unlike fractions. So first thing you need to do is what? Take out the LCM of denominators. LCM of 5 and 3 becomes 15. Okay, LCM of 5 and 3 becomes 15. So over here we have two fractions, 1 by 5 and 1 by 3. As we got the LCM as 15, the 15, okay, in 5 table, in 1 by 5 fraction, 5 table, that 15 will be divided how many times? 3 times. So that's why I multiplied 3 for both numerator and denominator. So that we got 1 into 3 becomes 3, because whenever the multiplication has to be happen between a fraction, multiply just the numerators separately, denominator separately. That's what 1 into 3 becomes 3 and 5 into 3 becomes 15. Whereas coming to the other fraction 1 by 3, in 3 table I'll get 15 how many times? 5 times. So that's why multiply 5 for both numerator and denominator. That's why 1 into 5 becomes 5, 3 into 5 becomes 15. So now the two fractions are converted into like fractions. you look at this fractions, we got the answer as 3 by 15, 5 by 15. Both the denominators are same. So the unlike fractions are converted into like fractions again. As we discussed what is a like fractions and how to do addition in like fractions, now we got like fractions. So unlike fractions are converted into like fractions. So now we'll just continue the same process what we discussed in like fractions. So simply we'll add the numerators, right? So 3 plus 5 becomes 8 by 15. Okay, so whenever you want to do addition or subtraction for unlike fractions, just make sure of one thing. So first try to convert unlike fractions to like fractions, and then simply do the operation addition or subtraction accordingly. So how to convert unlike fractions to like fraction means first take out LCM of the denominators. Over here in this example, the denominators are 5 and 3. So I converted 5 and 3. Okay, I converted 5 and 3. I took the LCM of 5 and 3. So what happens? 15 we got. Okay, we got 15. So after finding the LCM, we'll just check the number which is given in the denominator, how many times it gets. How many times the LCM will be divided in that particular number, like 15. Okay, in 5 table it will be divisible by 3 times. That's what I multiplied 3 for both numerator and denominator. So the same thing I applied for the other fraction. Then the unlike fractions are converted into like fractions. Once the like fractions are found, then we'll do the addition or subtraction accordingly. Okay, so this is the way we do for unlike fractions. Let's see how we do the subtraction part also. So let's see an example. 1 by 4 minus 3 by 5. Okay, 3 by 5. So over here, 1 by 4 minus 3 by 5. So here the LCM of 4 and 5 is how much? LCM of 4 and 5 becomes 20. So 1 by 4 is multiplied 5 times, because in 4 table I'll get 5. So we got 1 into 5, 5 by 20. And the other fraction 3 by 5, it divides 24 times. So 12 by 20. So now both the fractions are in like fractions because the denominators are same in both the cases. So now we need to do subtraction. 5 by 20 minus 12 by 20. As the denominators are same and they are like fractions, simply write the denominator as it is 5 minus 12. So we got the answer as minus 7 by 20. Okay, because the answer can be negative values, positive values. That's not a problem. So this is the way we do the addition or subtraction operations for unlike fractions. Okay, now let's see how to do multiplication and division also. So addition and subtraction we did for like fractions as well as unlike fractions. Let's see about multiplication. So as we discussed in addition and subtraction operations itself for like fractions and unlike fractions. Okay, so in multiplication of fractions, simply multiply the numerators and multiply the denominator separately. Okay, that's what, if you look at this example, okay, multiplication of the given numerators and the multiplication of denominators. Okay, like if you look at this example, 1 by 8 multiplied by 3 by 5. So multiply numerators, 1 into 3 becomes 3 and 8 multiplied by 5 becomes 40. So the final answer for this example is 3 by 40, because over here we simply did only one thing, the multiplication of numerators separately and multiplications of denominators separately. That's the thing we did here. Okay, now coming to the next part, how to do division. This is one of the slight tricky ones. Sometimes people are getting confused with this division part also. So what happens in this division means, whenever you're finding the division of fraction, the most important thing you need to remember is the keyword reciprocal or reverse. Okay, reciprocal or reverse. What is this reciprocal and reverse means? If there's a fraction 1 by 5, its reciprocal will be 5 by 1. Means just reversing the numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. That is the first thing you need to understand. Reverse or reciprocal. So what happens? 3 by 5 divided by 7 by 2 here. So I need to divide these two fractions. So here, when I want to divide the fractions, so this division symbol will be replaced into multiplication. and this 7 by 2 changes to 2 by 7. Okay, this 7 by 2 changes to 2 by 7. So that's what 3 by 5 into 2 by 7. Then as we know the multiplication operation, which is nothing but multiplication of numerators and multiplication of denominators. So 3 into 2 by 5 into 7. So 6 by 35 is the final answer. So this is all about the operations in fractions: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, so this is a very important part which has to be concentrated a lot. Okay, so these operations will help you to solve different kinds of questions. Okay, so please try to focus on this video. This is very much important for your examination and for your future classes also. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed this operation on fractions. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.